Hello, guys. This is your host, Roy, and this is another roycast. This podcast is sponsored by The Sunny, the water company, always keeping you hydrated in these quarantine times. I'm joined today by none other than Roy the Boy 27.
What up?
Nothing much, just sitting at home being a sack of potato salad.
Relatable.
Roy, I feel like we should give you a nickname because we do have the exact same name.
Makes sense. Let's do it.
You should pick it.
Damn, really? I mean, I guess Ray's a pretty cool name.
Ray? Like a stingray?
Yeah, but way more deadly.
Oh, okay. I guess you're Ray now.
Yep.
So, Ray, I'm going to ask you a really deep question. I really want you to look inside yourself and give me the most honest answer you can give.
Alright, throwing me straight into the deep end, huh?
Yep. Are you ready?
Sure, yeah, hit me with it.
Do you honestly think that you are a good person?
I I honestly don't know. Like, obviously I'm not entirely good, but it's not like I'm evil or anything.
On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being an absolute saint and one being the trash scum of the earth who just despises everybody. Where will you be in that scale?
Well, I try to be good, but I still fall for the human pitfalls of being selfish and wanting too much and being jealous. So I was thinking I'm on a 6.5 or a 7.
Interesting. So, say, if you did not fall into those human pitfalls that you just mentioned, do you feel like that will bump you up the scale?
I think that anybody who can entirely avoid those pitfalls are actually saints. But those pitfalls are so integrated into humans and humanity itself that I'd have to wonder, can those people really exist?
So, what you're saying is that it's impossible for people to be a 10 on that scale.
I'm not saying it's impossible, just highly improbable, because you would have to have such perfect conditions to make a person that doesn't fall into those pitfalls that it's nearly impossible to make such a perfect human.
Okay, on to the next question. This one's a little bit more personal.
Okay.
Aside from the whole nice personality stuff that obviously everyone wants, what else would your perfect partner have?
Oh man, that's easy. I already know.
What is it?
A really, really, really nice voice.
Uh huh.
Because if you're going to be living with this person for the rest of your life, one of the main things you're going to hear is their voice.
Oh, okay.
And making sure that your partner has a voice that's enjoyable to hear will really make the whole experience be more comfortable.
So, say you're in a super high-tech sci-fi lab or whatever, and you can make your special someone have any kind of voice you like. What kind of voice will that be?
Well, first, I would make sure that the voice is actually in my hearing range.
Why is that?
Well, it's because when I'm talking to a lot of people, their voice is just so high or low or whatever it is that I really can't hear what they're saying unless they shout, especially in like a busy place with a lot of conversations going on around me and the person I'm trying to talk to.
How often does this happen? I feel like you might annoy a lot of people if this happens like way too much.
It happens like the every third new person I talk to. It's pretty frequent.
That must be like really awkward not being able to hear certain voices like too much.
I know. Sometimes I would lie and tell them I have a hearing problem just to lessen the awkwardness. But most of the time, I just get too embarrassed, and I will either try to ignore the person or try to guess what they're talking about.
How often do you succeed in guessing what the person's talking about? Is it like a 50-50 chance or what?
It's like a 30% chance or so.
Man, that's tough. Oh, what else would you like in your perfect partner's voice, though?
I can't really describe it, but I really want their voice to be exactly like their personality.
What? Please elaborate more. Uh,
Like, if they're super shy, they'd have a baby voice, a super shy voice. Or if they're super outgoing, they'd have like a radio show type of voice.
so basically, you want them to fit the stereotype.
Yeah, pretty much, that's it. I'm not really too picky with the kind of voice I want.
I really don't have any more like interesting questions to ask you. So here's some mind-numbing question that don't require a lot of thinking and self-reflection and stuff.
It's all good, bro. It's fine.
Okay. First question. What's the first thing you do in the morning and the last thing you do at night before you go to sleep?
Well, the first thing I do in the morning is play a song that I really like. Then, for the good part of the morning, I just lie down and keep vibing, until I gather enough energy to actually wake up and like do work and stuff. Uh, and the last thing I do in the evening is also play some music, and then I read a book while the music's playing. Yeah, it's super relaxing. But sometimes if I'm super tired, I just skip the book part and go straight to sleep.
So it sounds like you really enjoy music. Yeah?
I do, and the funny part is I don't even know how to read music. I've never really made actual music either. The closest I got to making music was messing around with the Google Chrome Music Lab site.
Yeah, a lot of my friends mess around with that website too. Uh, but I think a lot of people really enjoy music, but like not a lot of people actually try to make music, you know?
So I'm part of the majority, is what you're saying.
Yeah, because music is such a tricky thing to get right, you know? It just feels like if you have the gift, you have it, and if you don't, you don't.
I definitely don't have the gift then. But I do think that people can definitely learn music though.
Oh yeah, definitely. Just learning music or really anything, it requires a lot of like not
Yeah, I
laziness,
hear
you
you.
know? Speaking of learning new things, you should tell us how you got into Rubik's cubes, since you do have a video of your first time trying to solve a cube blindfolded.
Oh yeah. Oh my god. That first time did not go well. Wait, did you want me to talk about the video first or how I actually got into cubes?
Whatever you want, you choose. I don't care.
All right, I guess I'll talk about the video. Um, that actually took me like an hour to memorize and then solve. Imagine my disappointment when I finally take off my blindfold and it wasn't solved. It was so close though. God, I was
Wait,
so
wait,
pissed.
wait, wait a second. So you actually memorize like the colors on the cube and then you solve it?
Yeah, I do, but I actually memorized the colors in a really interesting way. I actually assign letters to each of the colors, then from there I can convert those letters into words, then just memorize those words. So instead of trying to visualize colors, I actually visualize scenarios and stories in my head.
Oh,
It's really cool.
that's pretty interesting actually. How did you get into solving Rubik's cubes?
Well, first off, the proper term is cubing.
Cubing. Wow, okay.
Anyway, I originally learned how to solve a Rubik's Cube from my older cousin, who was apparently also learning how to solve one at the time. She taught me the beginner's way on how to do it, and then after that, I just saw this one crappy Rubik's brand that I bought off of a bookstore or something, and then I solved it over and over until I eventually lost that cube at school.
Wait, hold up. So you're saying that a Rubik's brand cube is crappy, but isn't that like the original?
Yeah, they are. You can't turn them really fast, like the speed cubes that I have today.
So what you're saying is the not original Rubik's cubes are better than the original.
Yeah, Yeah, they're definitely better. All right. So anyway, I got into how I got into speed cubing. So solving the cube really fast. I watched a friend do it at school. Yeah, the same friend gave me my first speed cube actually, and I started learning how to speed cube on that.
Do you still have your first speed cube?
No, actually, I don't. I gave it away to one of my dearest friends, my mentor.
Aw, that's really sweet.
Yeah, and I hope that one day they'll look at it and remember me. You know,
If said person is watching this right now, what would you like to say to them?
I'd just like to say thank you for being such a great friend. You were there at my darkest times, even if one day we never talk again. I'll still remember you for the wonderful person that you were to me.
Aw, now that's super sweet. Moving on, how long have you actually been cubing? And are there any like competitions for it?
Ah, okay. I've actually been cubing for over a year now. I started back in February of 2019. And yes, there are competitions for cubing. I've been to two competitions, one of them with the person that got me into cubing.
Wow, that's really cool. Did you win?
Oh no, I wasn't even close. There were world class speed cubers there that been cubing like for years, and I can't compete with that. Also, it's not really about the competition. It's about meeting other people who's into the same thing you are.
Did you like get autographs or anything?
No, I didn't get autographs, but if I could go back, I would have.
Do you think you could be a world-class speed cuber one day?
Nah, I don't think so. To be world class, you need to like be super into cubing and practice and keep getting better for like years. I I don't have that kind of motivation.
I mean, mad respect for anyone to be world-class at anything, really. That stuff takes so much work and dedication.
Man, it amazes me that people can be world class with just dedication, hard work, and some natural talent, of
Man,
course.
world record holders really prove that if you put your all into it, you can achieve almost anything. And on that note, Ray, I'm going to have to end it here.
Aw,
Thank you so much for being on the Roycast.
no problem, man. Anytime. I'd like to do this again.
And you guys at home, stay safe, wash your hands, and drink some water from the Sunny, the water company, keeping you hydrated in these quarantine times.
Ugh.